people. Yeah.
You know, I've known you for many years, and I've seen your work progress in a lot of different materials. You used like found paper. I called it found paper. I don't know, for want of a better word, collages.
Well,
Tell us how you started on. You used acrylics.
Yeah. Well, the found paper ones were. I went to all these. What am I trying to say? The poster factories.
Right.
The people who printed the big billboards, and you get. They're an amalgam of them, you know, maybe 40 images to create one singular image, and they would have their overruns and their cancel sheets, and I would sort of ask them if I could raid their trash, and then I would bring them back to the studio, and they were already altered to a state where they were unrecognizable because they'd be like a 2-color run out of a 6-color run.
Oh,
so
I see.
I would sort of use that and then take that as a jumping point, just as a reference point to move that abstraction, which has already started because they were canceled and mistakes or things.
But you already you used actually that material in your work.
Yeah, for a while, for a couple years.
And then you used postcards, I know.
I've always done little tiny collages out of postcards, sort of as little notations on, not so much where I am, but what I feel about where I am at that time from different images.
But you alter them as well, right?
Yeah, usually they're manipulated one way or another.
But are these things termed as archival? Because people always think about art, they want something archival.
Like any paper, it's less archival than, say, the paintings that are here. Yeah, I mean, you've got to, any printed image, you've got to keep it out of the light. I mean, even watercolors, everything. Yeah.
You use tissue paper. You used
in those early paintings, you had to sort of build up the surface. Yeah, because the first paintings were very sort of surface oriented, but the surface itself was actually very smooth. But then I became more involved in, like, these paintings are a series of sort of evolution of different materials.
And then where did you move? You moved from all those different kinds of collages into painting on wood or painting on canvas.
Right, right. Well, I started at that, but at that time in school, there was a big emphasis of going off the stretcher and into materials, and it was right after a lot of people were experimenting with light and space and acrylics, and I mean, not acrylics, but
plastic, I was thinking,
resins
weren't you?
and everything.
Resins, yeah.
And we were all influenced by, everybody was sort of spreading out and using different materials. So I actually created sort of my own surfaces out of tissue paper and gauze and Roplex and made skins that were later mounted and things.
I see, that's how that happened then. And then, where are you now?
Well, I think
career-wise.
Well, no, but as a student and everything, I mean, you're exposed, and then you start to reach around and grab and test everything. And I've settled down, and I've been using basically the same sort of process, if you want to call it that, or set of materials for the last 8 or 9 years.
And what set of materials is that?
Well, like in these, it's all either on wood or canvas, and I sort of start off with it's like a dry fresco, a secco.
So this is
plaster ground.